In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 20 fragrances. I went through my whole entire collection and I picked out 20 fragrances that I would consider to be my top 20 fragrances. So if you're interested to see what the fragrances I picked out, then keep watching. What's up, frag heads, fragrance lovers, family, and friends? My name is Amanda Marie, and over here I love to discuss all things fragrance. So if you're someone that is into smelling good, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and become a part of my family. So as I said in the intro, I'm going to be sharing with you 20 of my top fragrances. And this was really nerve-wracking, okay, because at a certain point I was like, make a decision, because otherwise I would be still standing around swapping out fragrances, trying to see why I picked this when I was, you know what, let's just make your first move your right move. And that's what I did. I did swap out about 5 times, and then I looked at the collection and I was like, you know what, we're gonna roll with this, Here are the top 3 criteria on why I picked the fragrances that I picked. Number 1, I went with how the fragrance makes me feel overall, the enjoyment I get from wearing the fragrance. Number 2, I went with the reaction that I have gotten in the past from others when I wear these fragrances. Now I know we don't wear fragrances to get compliments, but I'm gonna tell you something. Anytime anyone compliments me on my fragrance and they tell me I smell nice, I smell good, I smell pretty, I actually enjoy that. That is like one of the best compliments, honestly, that I can get. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't necessarily feel like I'm a beauty queen or I'm like the prettiest. If somebody tell me that I'm pretty, of course I do enjoy compliments like that. But when somebody tell me that I smell good, like, that's the best compliment in the whole wide world for me, in all honesty. Number 3, the third criteria is, would I repurchase the fragrance again? That is super important to me because, granted, I do love every fragrance in my collection. The question is, when the bottle is empty, would I repurchase? And I cannot say that for every last single bottle that I have in my collection. Even though I love every last fragrance I have, I can't say that I would necessarily repurchase the same fragrances over again. So I took that into consideration as well. Let me get into my top 20 fragrances. Let's go. These first 2 fragrances I'm going to talk about are from the House of Sillage. This is Minnie Mouse. I have talked about this fragrance 100 times, I feel like. This was a blind buy and I have 0 regrets. This is one of the most gourmand fragrances I have in my collection. I feel like I really don't have a lot of gourmand fragrances. This is marshmallow, raspberry, vanilla, whipped cream. I mean, she is just sweet and decadent. So pretty, so fun, so uplifting. I love how I feel when I wear this fragrance. It makes me feel happy. I've worn it before and got compliments from it. And yes, even though this damn perfume is expensive as hell, I would repurchase it. I would definitely repurchase this fragrance, okay? But I'm gonna take my time with this bottle. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna take my time with this bottle. I'm not in any rush to empty this bottle. The next one is a limited edition. I feel like they're both limited editions. Don't quote me on that. But I know for sure this one that I'm about to talk about is limited edition. This one, as far as I know, they still have it on the House of Sillage website. But I mean, if you're planning to buy, I would hurry up and buy. Wonder Woman 84, and it is from the House of Sillage as well. This was probably released, oh my God, probably 2020 or 2019 or something like that. I want to say this was my very first fragrance from House of Sillage, and I went balls to the fucking wow. Do you hear me? I looked at the price. I had not even really just dove into House of Sillage fragrances. Like, I went on the website only because I'm a Wonder Woman fanatic. Like, I love Wonder Woman. So that was the first thing that caught my attention. When I went on the website to see how much the fragrance was, I darn near boo-booed on myself, because I could not wrap my head around that cost. And it was just not like this fragrance. House of Sillage fragrances, pretty much all of their fragrances were so expensive, and I wasn't on that level at the time. I'm still not really on that level. You know, I dib and dab every once in a while. You know, I reach way down in my purse every once in a while, but I don't really like doing it. But y'all, it was just something that I had to have. Another blind buy. It was a list. I got on the list. They shipped it to me. As far as I understood, she had made so many bottles, right? And I knew I had to have it. And I was praying to God that I love the fragrance. When I tell you guys, this is one of the most beautiful fragrances ever. This is vanilla, Divana. I forget the other notes in here. It has a little spicy note to it. I want to say it's probably pink pepper. But I'm going to tell you, the best thing about this fragrance is the sillage. I see why they're called House of Sillage, okay? Because that central, baby, it's like a shadow. It follows me everywhere I go. When I wear this fragrance, I mean, it lingers all through my office. People don't even have to be in the same room as me, like standing next to me or anything. I can literally walk down the hall, and 2 or 3 minutes later, someone will come to my desk and be like, I smell you all the way down the hall. Yes, I would definitely repurchase this fragrance if she ever brought it back now, or if I can find a bottle on Mercari. Even though I don't really buy from Mercari like that, I would definitely take a chance and buy another bottle of Wonder Woman 84. She did make another version of this. I think she made like a Wonder Woman 80th year anniversary fragrance. It has some of the same similar notes, but it was slightly different from the Wonder Woman 84. But you guys, I love this fragrance. I have no regrets at all. One of my favorites from the House of Sillage. It's amazing. Okay, I had to jump on. I'm editing the video. Woke up this morning to an email from House of Sillage. They have relaunched the Wonder Woman 84 fragrance. They're doing pre-orders right now, so you can go and order your fragrance, and then it'll be shipped to you probably by next week or whenever. Read the details, girl. Read the details. But anyway, the notes and everything looks similar, but what don't look similar is that damn price. Do y'all see the price? Yeah, y'all see the price. And I just can't wrap my head around buying that fragrance right now. I mean, if it's available around my birthday, I might splurge and buy it for my birthday for myself. But right now, mama can't do it. But if y'all want it, go get it. I want to make mention that I'm not ranking any of these. This is just top 20 as they are. I'm not ranking them 1 through 20 or 20 through 1 or nothing like that. I just want to make that clear. The next fragrance is from the house of Kilian. This is Angel Share. Now, this is a very popular fragrance. If you are into fragrances, you're into watching fragrance videos, you're in Fragcom, you've heard of this fragrance before. I want to say this is a viral fragrance. It's one of probably his top selling fragrance. I believe at this point, I would think so, because it's so doggone popular. Everybody loves this fragrance. I don't think I've met one person or I don't think I've come to anyone's page that just talks trash about this fragrance. This is just a lovable scent. Everyone loves this. This is cognac. This is like some fruit, dry fruit. It may have a little bit of something spicy in here. It's vanilla. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. It smells great on everybody, okay? Women, men, babies, child. It may even smell good on your dog. I mean, it smells good on everybody. Would I repurchase this? Absolutely. I don't know how long I've had this in my collection now, probably going on 3 years. And I do have a little dent in here. I do use it sparingly. And I do have a few dupes of this fragrance. So hence is why the bottle is not empty, because otherwise the dent would probably be like down here somewhere. But I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm one of the cheapest people that you would ever want to meet. Like, and it's so funny, like I have the audacity to be cheap, but on the other hand, when I spend, it be big. Does that make sense? Like, I make big purchases. Here lately, I've been really conserving my expensive fragrances because, number one, I'm upset that they're, is it called price gouging, whatever. I'm really upset that they are gouging. That's what it is. The price gouging. The prices are going up on fragrances so much. It's just ridiculous. And I want to say it's due to the popularity. Fragrances are becoming so popular. Everybody's into them now. I've never even seen the amount of people like I've seen lately talk about fragrances, and I've been into fragrances all my life, and I'm included in that number, but I've never seen this amount of people be so much into fragrances. And I think that brands are really capitalizing on that and just gouging the prices, and I don't like that. So baby, I'm gonna use my stuff sparingly, and y'all know how I feel about dupes. I'm 100% honest about that over here. I love a good dupe, okay? I love to save money. I do spend money, but I am big on saving as well, okay? If I can get the same type of quality or the same smell and spend a fraction of the cost, I'm 100% on board with that.
Period. 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 Period.
Next fragrance is from the house of Kilian as well. This was the fragrance that was my gateway into Kilian. But once I got to a point where I could, you know, afford a little bit more, you know, go deep back down in my purse, I got me a full-size bottle. But I got it in the extreme because I already had the travel of the original version. So this is Good Girl Gone Bad Extreme. It does smell like the original version to me, but it has this lactonic note in the fragrance that makes this fragrance smell a little creamy, a little bit more sweeter. There's a sharp, piercing sweetness to this fragrance, and I want to say it's that milky note, like a sweet milky note. I love the tuberose in this fragrance. The tuberose in this fragrance is stunning, and you guys know I am not a lover of tuberose, but in this fragrance, honey, it's absolutely beautiful. I've gotten compliment on top of compliment wearing this fragrance. Is this something that I would repurchase? Hell yeah, absolutely. I never want to be without it in my collection because I love it that much. And for me to be in love with a white floral like this, you know it's good. You know it is good. This next fragrance was really a somewhat of a spontaneous purchase because when I heard that Atelier Cologne was pulling from the US, I knew immediately, okay, that I had to have this fragrance. There's so many others that I love from that brand, and I was trying to go online with Sephora and get them before y'all started buying them, but y'all beat me to the punch. So I was shopping around online and I found Santal Carmen by Atelier Cologne. Oh, sweet Jesus. This fragrance is chef's kiss. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful Santal sandalwood fragrances I've ever experienced in my life. When I wear this out, baby, it is the way this thing be acting, the way it performs when I wear it out should be a crime, okay? It should be a crime. This is beautiful. I mean, it is earthy. Now this sandalwood is, because you know Santal is a sandalwood, and I feel like there's two different variations of sandalwood. You know, you get that sweet, creamy sandalwood, or you get the Santal. You can find in fragrances like Santal 33 and things like that. So that particular Santal note or aroma you get in Santal 33 is somewhat the same in here, okay? But I feel like Santal 33 makes me a little nauseated, and I don't own that perfume, but I do have a little sample that I got from Lelabo. But this Santal it's different. If you can get your hands on it, I would highly recommend it. Again, this is Santal Carmen from Atelier, Cologne. You have two Kayali fragrances here, and this was a very, very tough decision because I love Elixir 11 so much. That was the very first Kayali fragrance that I ever put my nose on, and I knew at that moment I needed to explore that brand a little bit more, like a lot more. And to be honest with you, I feel like Kayali is a great brand, and at that price point, even with everybody raising their prices on fragrances, I feel like Kayali has done us a favor and kept them at the same cost, and I appreciate that. And I feel like they just step it up. I feel like with every release, it's just better and better and better. I love the fact that they're switching up the bottles and getting more creative. I like stuff like that because, you know, after a while things can become a little stagnant, a little, you know, like the same, nothing new, you know. So I like the fact that they're doing new things. So Vanilla 28 is in my top 20. This is a sweet, boozy, brown sugar vanilla fragrance, and I do have other vanillas in my collection, and I was about to switch it out. I was about to switch this out for Grand Soir because they're both like this sweet, boozy, ambery type of, you know, fragrance. But once I smelled this, I said, nah, I can't replace this with Grand Soir. This is too good. I mean, the brown sugar in this is just beyond amazing. Sweet, decadent, it's just so good. It is just so good. There are only a few Kayali fragrances that have just shook me to my core, okay? My core, honey, okay? This, my chest, my core. And that was Elixir 11, because it's so different and so unique. I don't even know why y'all don't talk about it that much. It is just, it's everything, okay? Vanilla 28, and now this new one. This is called The Wedding, Silk Santal 36. Y'all, I hate that this fragrance was limited edition. I actually went online with Sephora. I think it's not even available on her website anymore. And I kept telling myself, get you a backup bottle. Get the backup bottle. And I never got the backup bottle, y'all. I never got the backup bottle. And I could scream. For real. This fragrance, at initial spray, it wasn't like kaboom. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't shook. But as it started to dry down, this fragrance did some things on my skin. It's absolutely beautiful. Praline, champagne, nectarine, sandalwood, sugared musk. I mean, she put her foot on my neck with this fragrance. I don't know about y'all necks, but she put her foot on my neck with this one. I was like, damn, but this is amazing. This is just Top 20. Top 20. I might get lucky one day and baby, when I see it, I'm snatching it. Now this fragrance is a oldie but a goodie. You can get this fragrance at TJ Maxx, at Marshall's. Girl, you can probably get this fragrance at Walmart. I don't even know. And you can get it for the low. But when I tell you this fragrance has a magnetism, it literally calls all the boys to the yard. I've had people comment when I've talked about this fragrance, telling me their experience that they've had when wearing this fragrance, and I'd be like, I told you so. Because honey, the voodoo that she do, I don't even know. I don't even know. Let me spray a little bit on. I don't know if it's the frangipani or the vanilla. I don't know. But this is Versace Woman. And I want to say I picked this bottle up at Marshall's probably for like $25, $30, somewhere up in there. It's the big bottle though. It's like the 3.4. But you can get a smaller version for probably about $19.99, $25, somewhere up in there. This is absolutely stunning. It does have a very nostalgic smell to it, because I want to say, and don't quote me on this, but this fragrance was probably released in like the late 90s, 99. It does have a little bit of a nostalgic kind of 90s vibe to it, but I feel like it doesn't even matter because it smells so good. And I'm telling y'all, men absolutely love this fragrance. Not that we wearing, don't come for me. I know we don't wear our perfume for men. If you see it around in the discount stores and you got an extra $25 that you can spare, I would say get it. I can't help it that I love this fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. I just remember being younger and me smelling this fragrance for the first time. It just really stunned me. I just remember smelling this fragrance for the first time and thinking to myself, it is so different and unique. I don't even know if I have the confidence to pull something like this off. I love the way it smells. I can't deny it. I love the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel different, unique, like I'm not doing everything that everybody else is doing. Like I actually have audacity to step outside the box and do something different, regardless of what people are gonna say about my perfume and what I'm wearing. And I'm talking about none other than the iconic Angel by Mugler. Now this is an original formulation, okay? I don't even think I sprayed this from this bottle one time. I looked up and found this bottle at TJ Maxx. I looked up the batch code and it was from a formulation that had not been touched yet. I bought it immediately. I got it for the low and I couldn't have been more happier. I know this is not a fan fave. This is not for everybody. Again, this is gonna be for that odd, unique, different individual. You don't want to smell like everybody else. You don't want to wear what everybody else is wearing. You want to stand out from the crowd and be different. And I don't care what anybody says. If this smells like a grandma, this smells like the smartest freaking grandma, the hippest freaking grandma. I don't even know, my grandma don't know nothing about Angel. This is exactly what I want to smell like when I get older. It's timeless, classic, timeless. This fragrance came out in like 99. It really should have came out under a niche brand in like the year 2000, because that is what it was giving back then. You know I was gonna pull this out. You know I was. This is another fragrance that rocked me. It has a place in my collection. I would rebuy this and rebuy this over and over again. It has a permanent spot in my collection, and that is Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Another fragrance that we may not see eye to eye on, and that's cool. You may feel very different about it, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. But when I first smelled this, I lost it. I said to myself, damn, this is out of this world. This is, people wasn't ready for this. To be honest with you, Tom Ford Black Orchid, people wasn't ready for this. It was like either you got it or you didn't. Either you was on board with it or you wasn't. Either you liked it at first sniff or you hated it. It's that type of fragrance. Real talk. Truffle, I don't really get much of the truffle. It's very sexy, it's very dark, it's very mysterious. It has a very sensual way about it. Very sexy. I love it. It smells great on everybody, okay? Men and women. Some women will probably say it leans a bit more masculine, and I would agree. It does have a masculine, little quality about it. Slightly leans a bit masculine in my opinion, but unique enough and different enough that a woman could wear it and no one would necessarily say, you smell like a man. If anything, they would be like, wow, you smell different. You smell different. The fragrance that holds a permanent spot in my collection is another Tom Ford, and this is Ombre Leather. Baby, listen. Ooh, my God, today. This fragrance, it'll knock somebody off their feet. It will sweep you off your feet. Do you hear me? The amount of sex appeal in this fragrance, I can't even tell you. It is beyond words. Killing them every time I wear it. Killing them. This is like an earthy fragrance. I want to say there's violet in here. There's definitely some other notes, but I would say leather, of course. And the leather is done so well. It's done so well, immaculately, okay? Immaculate leather. It's not fake smelling or off-putting or anything piercing or baby, it is done to perfection. It's Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. The interesting thing is I don't have a lot of Mancera fragrances in my collection, and I don't own one Santal. I do have Santal decants, but I don't own any full-size bottles. And not that they're not good, they're amazing. And if y'all don't know, Mancera and Santal are like sister companies, okay? But let me tell y'all about this red tobacco. I wore this to a Christmas party this past December, and baby, I brought the party down, and I mean in a good way, because everybody wanted to know what the hell I had on. This thing projects like nobody's business. It's very scary in the initial spray, I'm not even gonna lie. It had me shook, okay? It had me like, ho. I don't even know if I could pull this off, like, honestly. But once it dried down, there's some oud in here. It's earthy, it's definitely spicy. There's a lot of spicy notes. There could be a little bit of saffron in here. I don't really know the notes right off the top of my head, but I do know one thing for sure. It is one of the sexiest fragrances in my collection. I love how I feel when I wear it. I feel very confident. Feel like I don't have any limitations. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do what I want to do. There's nothing stopping me when I wear this fragrance. That's what I want to say. It just gives me so much confidence. I feel like you do have to have a certain level of confidence to wear this because it bangs. It bangs. The dry down is simply beautiful, and the initial spray is very polarizing. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's very in your face, polarizing, okay? But once it dries down, it turns into the most sweetest, softest. It's still very powerful, but it has more of a softer feel. That tobacco is turned down, okay? It's tamed, but this is beautiful. I mean, super sexy. One of the sexiest fragrances in my collection to date, right now. And I want to say I got this off of Fragrance X for the low. So it was well worth it. It was a blind buy. I have zero regrets. This is amazing fragrance. It would smell great on everybody. Doesn't matter. Yes, I think it leans a little bit more masculine in my opinion, but a woman could definitely pull this off, and I love it. Mancera's Red Tobacco. You guys have heard me talk about this fragrance before. You can't see the label, but it is another 13 by Lelabo. This is my calming fragrance. This fragrance relaxes me, it calms me, it soothes me, okay? This is ambroxan. This is probably like a little pear, some woods. It's very solar. It smells like skin, fresh, beautiful, sexy skin. And I will tell you one thing, the sillage on this fragrance is top tier. People can smell me from anywhere, Definitely worth the coin in my opinion. This forever has a spot in my collection. I would definitely repurchase this fragrance over and over again. As you can see, it's one of the biggest dents that I have in my bottles, okay? One of the biggest dents. Absolutely have no regrets. I would definitely repurchase this 100 times, 100 times. This is a newer fragrance that's getting a little bit of buzz in Fragcom, and it is well deserved. This is Hypnotizing Fire by the Harmonist. When I get to dancing, you know it's good, okay? This is so beautiful. This is earthy. This is patchouli. This is sugar, vanilla. This is very, very sexy. I remember the first night I was in Neiman's and the sales associate sprayed it on me. Baby, I darn near fell out. I doggone me passed out in Neiman's when I smelled this fragrance. My head was spinning. I was like, what is this? I knew immediately I needed a bottle. If you like fragrances like Sugared Royale, Patchouli, y'all know what I'm talking about, by Kayali, you would like this. This is, they're not dupes, okay? But if there's a fragrance that I can reference to kind of put you in the frame of mind of what Hypnotizing Fire smells like, I would say Sugared Royale 64. Sugared Patchouli, Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Minus the booze, okay? Minus the Crown Royal, okay? This one is way more elevated, okay? Smells way more expensive and more refined. That's the word I would use. It's way more refined. But it gives you those vibes of the sweet, sugary, earthy patchouli. Money well spent. Would I buy this again? Yes. I would have to save up though. Because these are, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the Harmonist, even though the Harmonist is a type of brand that is very unique and different. I love what they're doing over there with the yin and the yang. I love that whole feng shui vibe, okay? But they're not they're not cheap. They're a little bit more on the pricey end of things, okay? But I would definitely repurchase this fragrance. I absolutely love it. Baby, this is a new love for me. This is Blanche Bete by Liquid Imaginaires. And, oh, should I turn it this way? Here we go. Blanche Bete by Liquid Imaginaires. milky cacao, vanilla. There's probably a little bit of something, it could be a little bergamot in here. Maybe if so, just like a little bit, not a lot. But what I pull the most is a sweet, creamy, lactonic cacao and vanilla. This is a stunning fragrance. This fragrance is not necessarily like ba-boom, pow, wow, you know, fireworks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily like that, but this fragrance has a special quality to it. It's a very special fragrance. It's very special. And a little hard to convey through video. This would definitely be something that you would have to go smell for yourself. And it's just so magical and sweet and pretty and very feminine. To me, there's nothing unisex about this fragrance. I feel like this fragrance smells very feminine. You know, anybody can wear it though. But there's a special quality to this fragrance. There's a magic to this fragrance. I heard a reviewer on TikTok going back and forth with herself about this fragrance. She was like, I love it, but do I want to buy it? Oh my God, I want it, but do I? It's kind of like that in reality. I feel like it was so worth it because the magic that this fragrance has, it's hard for me to explain to y'all. It really is. It really is. It's just a beautiful, magical fragrance. It's like something unique and different and special, like a unicorn. Something that is just mystical. That is it. That's how I would spell it. Like a leprechaun, okay? It's a leprechaun, you know. It's fictitious. It's fantasy. It's like that. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh, and it leaves like this oily sheen on your skin. I love it. I love it. Would I repurchase this? Absolutely. 10 toes down. Yes, yes, yes. I would repurchase this over and over again. One of my favorites from Commodity. This is Milk Bold. This is a delicious campfire-y sweet marshmallow fragrance. Gorgeous, very unique. Okay, I would not, well, I guess you could mix marshmallow and campfire together because I roast marshmallows. I ain't roasted a marshmallow on a campfire in a while, but you know, people do stuff like that. And so if you like that type of gourmand, that type of dessert, you would love this fragrance. Oh, in the beginning when I smell it, it is a little piercing, but once it dries down, you get the smokiness, okay? And you get the marshmallow, but it's really, really beautiful, you guys. Really, really beautiful. Don't forget, I have a code down below with Commodity. In case you want to buy this fragrance, use my code, you guys. I try not to forget to tell y'all to use the codes. And really, I do get a percentage off of the codes, but to be honest with y'all, it's not a lot. Really, the codes is to help you save money on your purchase. So make sure y'all go down in the description box and use the discount codes, okay? But this is Milk Bold from Commodity. This was my very first Parfum de Marly fragrance, and this is Delina Exclusif. Still one of my favorite vanilla, rose, and oud combinations. Simply gorgeous. I mean, this woman has it all. She has it all. She has the life, honey. She is living her best life, okay? That's what this smells like. I mean, she has it all. I've never met a woman that necessarily had it all. Not saying that it doesn't exist. It exists in this bottle though. I love how I feel when I wear it. I love how I feel. And you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of rose. I say that all the time. I want to say this was one of the fragrances that really changed my mind about rose. And it wasn't the fact that it was just rose. It was the fact that it was combined with this oud and this vanilla that just made it so delicious. It smells expensive. It smells beautiful and elegant. And it smells delicate, but not really, okay? Because with that oud, you know, it comes with a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, she may look sweet and innocent, but she ain't to be played with, because she'll get you. Baby, this fragrance stole my heart. I'm not even gonna lie. It stole my heart. My daughter is in love with it now. She was talking about asking me. I want to say she had the audacity to ask me to buy her a bottle of Delina. I was like, girl, do you know how expensive Delina is? I don't know. I might surprise her for Christmas with a bottle. But I could see why she would fall in love with this fragrance like I did, because it is simply gorgeous. One of my favorite Parfum de Marly fragrances. I don't really have a lot of faves with Parfum de Marly. I'm gonna say Delina Exclusif, Kayali, and now Valaya. I love Valaya, but yeah. Delina Exclusif from Parfums de Marly. We are down to the last 3 in my top 20. And Greenwich Village has a spot in my top 20 because, ooh, did I just talk about this fragrance not that long ago? I feel like I did in like my tropical vacation / video, whatever. I want to say there's lychee. I want to say there is there a lang-a-lang in here? I just talked about this fragrance and I don't remember all the notes, but there's definitely lychee in this fragrance. There's like a coconut vibe, a tropical essence to this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. Tons of compliments every time I wear it. I would definitely repurchase this. I just love how when I spray this on me, I'm immediately taken to an island. I'm on vacation. I love when fragrances like transport me and make me feel a certain emotion and a certain vibe, and I absolutely love that because I feel like that's what fragrance is really supposed to do. It's supposed to transport you. It's supposed to make you feel something because it's art. When you look at a piece of art, you know, it's supposed to capture you. And that's what I feel like this fragrance does. A lot of my fragrances I love, and they don't necessarily transport me or capture me. But this one does. It has a bit of magic to it, and I love that it makes me want to go on vacation. It really does. And the longevity, child, is amazing, okay? Greenwich Village from Bond number 9. I have 2 here from the house of Maison Francis Kirk de Jean. And I heard some disappointing news. Don't quote me on this, but from my understanding, this fragrance, I don't know. I don't know if this fragrance is going to be discontinued or not. I pray to God not. It could have just been a rumor. I don't even want to be the one to start that rumor, but I feel like I heard somewhere that this fragrance might very well be discontinued because of Ofra. That is the company that has a regulation on notes and things that can go into fragrances. But I don't know. If you guys know for sure, comment down below if you've heard that Oud Satin Mood is going to be discontinued. I really hate to hear that if it's true, because this is a beautiful fragrance. Another rose and oud combination, but this has, I feel like there's violet in here. I feel like the juice is even purplish, but there's a violet note in here that it really goes well with the rose and the oud. The dry down is somewhat powdery and sweet, and I just love this fragrance. It's a very classy, very elegant, sophisticated. It smells rich. It smells expensive, and I love it for that. I love it. Once I fell in love with the rose and Delina, I knew the kind of rose that I like. Not necessarily your bright pinky rose, but like more of a deeper rose, like a Turkish rose or damask rose or something like that. More so like Turkish. So there may be a little bit of Turkish rose in here or damask rose, I'm not sure. But there's definitely rose, violet, and oud, and a little bit of vanilla. I think this is a stunning fragrance, and if it's really being discontinued, oh, would I buy this again? If I could only buy one, the Delina or this one again, I think I would go with the Delina, because the Delina is just, it's up there. Not saying it's necessarily better than the Satin Mood, but I think I would go with Delina because it leans a little bit more feminine in my opinion. This one, a man could wear it and totally pull it off. It doesn't have that femininity, you know what I mean, that is in Delina Exclusif. So yeah, but it is definitely in my top 20. So this is Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kirk de Jean. This is number uno, okay? Number one, my last top 20 fragrance. The spot goes to Baccarat Rouge 540. There's nothing, I was gonna say there's nothing like it, but actually there's a lot like it. There's a lot of people duping this fragrance, and I know that it is ultra popular, but I feel like in like another year or so, it won't be as popular as it is now. But I love this fragrance. This sweet cotton candy, somewhat aquatic, woody fragrance stole my heart. Y'all see the dent in here is real. Like, I love this. I have the body oil to this fragrance. Don't know if they have a body cream, but I think they do. I might get the body cream at some point, but I actually love this fragrance. It's just up there. It's up there. I would definitely repurchase this over and over again, to be honest with you guys. I absolutely love it. It's stunning. It's just, I know it's very popular and everybody and their mama be wearing it, but the fact remains, it is a beautiful scent. I mean, I can't say it's unique anymore because it's so many fragrances coming out that have that Baccarat Rouge 40 DNA and so many dupes. It's not necessarily unique or special anymore. Oh, I take that back. It is special, but it's not necessarily unique, okay? Even hell, Sol de Janeiro got a body spray that smells just like freaking Baccarat. One of my co-workers wear it to work every day, and I'm thinking she wearing Baccarat. She's wearing the Sol de Janeiro body spray. But yeah, and what's the other one that I have here behind me? Way back there, I don't know if y'all can see it. It is Trajan by Lictimus. And of course, I feel like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but anyway, Whispers of Truth from the House of Sillage reminds me a little bit of Baccarat. They had that Baccarat sweet cotton candy, woody, aquatic DNA to it. But I love this. Yes, I would buy it over and over again. I don't see myself repurchasing it anytime soon because I have so many dupes. Yes, I do have dupes. And I have other fragrances that just really remind me of Baccarat. They're not necessarily meant to be dupes, but they remind me a lot of Baccarat. But I love this. I really do love it. Can y'all believe how popular this fragrance became? Can y'all believe that? I don't think I have any other fragrance in my collection that is as popular as Baccarat Rouge 540. And in all honesty, I don't. Like, this fragrance blew up. I think they be rapping about this fragrance. Don't they? Ain't this fragrance mentioned in a rap song? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Baccarat Rouge 540, my last fragrance from my top 20. So those were my top 20 fragrances. Would I have changed anything? I don't think so. I scanned my whole collection a million times. I don't think I would have changed anything. I feel like those are my top 20 in my collection. And whenever I do top 10, top 20, top 5, top anything, Y'all know Baccarat is always in the mix somewhere, and Delina. Like, those have been like my staple fragrances that they're always in top 5, top 10, period, you know. So anyway, comment down below. Let me know what fragrances you have that I mentioned, and would you have put them in your top 20 collection, okay? Let me know down in the comments. If you're someone that is into fragrances, you love to smell good, maybe you want to know some more about fragrances, maybe you're building a fragrance collection, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and become a part of my family. Don't forget to turn on your notification bells. That way you'll be notified every time I upload and you don't miss out. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It means so much to me and the growth of my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.